wait. For you niggas just cap, wait. I'm married, designer the jeans, wait. I could pretend in these. You niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap. I get a rush for that bag. You niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap. I get a rush for that bag. I got tired of these niggas, bro, gon' bang, get the drop on these niggas. Finger fuck on a Nina, I ain't got time, I just fuck on her face. Bag, wait, for you niggas just cap, wait. I'm married, designer the jeans, wait. I could pretend in these. You niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap. I get a rush for that bag. You niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap. I get a rush for that bag. I got tired of these niggas, bro, gon' bang, get the drop on these niggas. Finger fuck on a Nina, I ain't got time, I just fuck on her face. Bag, wait, for you niggas just cap, wait. I'm married, designer the jeans, wait. I could pretend in these. You niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap. Bag, wait, for you niggas just cap, wait. I'm married, designer the jeans, wait. I could pretend in these. You niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap. I get a rush for that bag. You niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap. I get a rush for that bag. I got tired of these niggas, bro, gon' bang, get the drop on these niggas. Finger fuck on a Nina, I ain't got time, I just fuck on her face. Bag, wait, for you niggas just cap, wait. I'm married, designer the jeans, wait. I could pretend in these. You niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap. I get a rush for that bag. You niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap. I get a rush for that bag. I got tired of these niggas, bro, gon' bang, get the drop on these niggas. Finger fuck on a Nina, I ain't got time, I just fuck on her face. Bag, wait, for you niggas just cap, wait. I'm married, designer the jeans, wait. I could pretend in these. You niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap, you niggas cap.
1 2 1 2. Let's just get into this real quick. 1 2 1 2. We got that right. Now, hopefully, this video can make it to the right people. Hopefully, this video can make it to the right people because, hey, this could be a breakthrough, fam. Not like that, but from the way I see it and the way that I could present it to my class, it was something, that was just, I have my little pet peeves as well. And the angry man was talking about postpartum, some shit, whatever. I didn't even watch the whole video. This caught my attention. I said, whoa, we could do something with this. So he's talking about postpartum or something, some sort of, birthing, whatever. And the women in the comment section, they're trying to correct him about postpartum and deletion and all this other stuff. And, things pertaining to box. I'm like, whoa, let me listen up here. There's one thing that I do know is the brothers, they stay away from these box conversations, and they also look at women as knowing everything about box. And that right there will sully or lessen your argument so they can talk something that you don't know about. No. I don't like that. Men are way too smart for some woman to think that she can have a conversation that I don't know about. In the midst of this conversation, he's letting women know, I know about the hormonal imbalance and stuff like that, right? And they're trying to correct him. And he's like, look, I'm sorry, I'm not a woman, so I may not know. Whoa, brother, why would you lessen yourself like that? So y'all know, if you know anything about me, that's our area over here. Whoa. The conversation don't stop when they start talking about box and reproductive health, especially the way that we know how they treat reproductive health and their pussies in general. So I was like, let's bring this to the forefront because he's talking about, yo, forgive me. I'm not a woman. I don't know nothing. So I need to put this out here. Maybe he'll see it, maybe he won't. Where he can say, brother, no, you're smarter than that. You can go look this pussy up. And once he goes down that rabbit hole, he'll know these bitches ain't shit for real. You heard? But nevertheless, they get to, go to that conversation where he's like, forgive me. Forgive you for what? Anyway, let's get into it.
But postpartum this, postpartum that, all of the stress and the hormonal imbalances and everything.
Talk your shit. See, the women don't like when you brothers start talking like that. Understand this. They want that to be a secret. But yo, the brothers are lean and brothers are starting to learn. They just clearly they're not as informed as we are. But let's give the brothers a shot.
Postpartum this, postpartum that, all of the stress and the hormonal imbalances and everything that comes after a woman gives birth. Postpartum depression. Why is it I never hear women talking about any type of mental stress, mental strain, or hormonal imbalances after they go down to Planned Parenthood and get rid of the child?
Very true. Very true. See? And like I always say, as far as the Old Testament of the red pill or whatever, these brothers, they are knowledgeable. They go all the way up until this level, then they stop. That's why I came here to say, no, you could continue down that level. It'll be the most fascinating shit you ever saw, pimp. You go down this level that you're talking about, bitches will be done. But you'll also lose a lot of friends and stuff like that.
Krista said a deletion doesn't go full term.
There we go. So now they're trying to correct him. You see what I'm saying? Once you start talking about women's box, they have a tendency of trying to correct you with good faith, though, because they know you don't know much. So they're going to always go to that. But let's go.
You worked hard to cross that finish line. Now it's time to celebrate those memories. At Michael's, we help you.
Krista said a deletion doesn't go full term. Y'all hear that? She said a deletion doesn't go full term. So what you're telling me is that your body doesn't go through hormonal changes the moment you become pregnant. The moment you become pregnant, your body doesn't start going through hormonal changes. Y'all do know that I'm a Gen Xer, right? You do know that in school, they made us take family life, right? Y'all do know that I know the process a woman goes through when she gets pregnant. Y'all do know I know that, right?
Now, that's a good statement because that lets me know that he knows that women will always think of you men as stupid, where you don't know shit when it comes to women. I mean, trust me here.
Y'all do know I know this, right?
See, they could never come over here and we have to say, yo, you do know, brothers, we know everything. Brother, they won't even have a conversation with us because we tap into that work. But I like where this is going. Hopefully, Angry Man can see this video.
Echo said immediately, that's why we get morning sickness. Facts. Facts. So you expect me to believe that just the process of giving birth to a child is going to put most women in a state of depression. But someone going up inside of you and doing all of this and pulling something out, that's not going to have no strain on you. Let me ask you a question. You a woman. Let me ask you a question.
Right there. That's a problem. That's a problem, son. What do you mean? He must be talking to his girl or whatever. You're a woman. Let me ask you a question. No, brother. We know all this shit. You don't have to defer to anyone. There is no secret. The box is a physical thing. It can be read and had. Let's go.
And pulling something out, that's not going to have no strain on you. Let me ask you a question. You a woman. Let me ask you a question. So
we don't defer to women over here to know nothing about no pussy, man. We don't defer. We know it all.
I'm reading here where it says only 10 to 15% of women go through postpartum. Only problem is every single woman on the internet now talks as if every woman goes through it.
So that's when we realize, yo, this man is uninformed. You understand? Even though he is informed, where he's saying, yo, every woman goes through postpartum. That's only if they have a child by a man. So he's right on that bullshit, but he's not understanding that it's only when they have a child by a man. And that man does not know her pussycat facts report. You understand? Not only that, these women are doing IVFs, getting from the sperm bank, studs are self-inseminating. There is no postpartum. There is no child support. They're doing shit on their own. So as close as the brothers are, they are so far behind where they don't include, they have postpartum because that's something that a man should be giving a fuck about. You see? So he's close on that. But to, really stomp these bitches out, he would have to know the full scope. Whereas he's asking his girl or whatever.
Woman on the internet now talks as if every woman goes through it. Every woman, right? So my question is this. And one of my subscribers, Ari Nicole, who's been rocking with me forever, she's saying that I shouldn't downplay it. So I guess I'm being insensitive.
See that right there? He's talking to his girl, saying that a girl named Ari Nicole is saying he shouldn't downplay the postpartum of blah, blah, blah. And they know that he has not studied and researched pussy like we have. So they could throw him in this mist where he got to go to his trusted wife or whatever to get a good, I guess answer, whatever the case is, without knowing everything on his own. And there's no reason for that. So that's why I'm doing this video. So hopefully we can get some legs extended on what we're doing over here, because that is the big secret of all this relationship shit. They still believe there's a conversation to be had where you have to go to someone else for reference, guidance, knowledge, educate, where you are left in limbo. I don't want that for none of my niggas, B. We just talking about pussy. And from what we will teach you over here, we care more about pussy than the woman itself.
Right? Hold on. I'm being insensitive. I'm a guy.
You hear that, class? He's a guy. He's being insensitive because he's he's uninformed about boxing. He's talking about it. They know that he can be informed, but they know that he's not. So it's called, insensitive. See? See that? And I tell you guys all the time, man, these bitches ain't shit. But you'll never know that until you could get to the core of all this shit, of all their foul. See, ain't shit good about what a woman do with her pussy. Not in our community. But it goes all the way up to where they want to discredit this man. Now, he could be right on everything else. Oh, he's talking about the internal of a woman. Nobody's supposed to know that mystery. No problem.
Who's been rocking with me forever, she's saying that I shouldn't downplay it. So I guess I'm being insensitive, right? Hold on. I'm being insensitive. I'm a guy. Forgive me.
Listen to this dumb shit.
Hold on. I'm being insensitive. I'm a guy. Forgive me, women.
That's everything I've been fucking telling you niggas. This is what's going on. So when you don't understand what I'm teaching you, you know you're just doing what you want to do. I'm not going to even try to insult anybody. You're doing whatever the fuck you want to do. And you're living in a fog where you still have the ability. Now, every other way in life, you stand up like a man, but you apologizing for your own fucking knowledge. Yo, bro, on pussy. Yo, I don't go for that, son. That shit pisses me off. I'm gonna just let you know. That's something that pisses me off. Because we talking about yo, son, we do this pussy thing. Not bro. Where's that shit at?
Pussy whip that pussy. Look, bang, 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 bang.
This pussy ain't shit. We do the whipping on the pussy, son. So how could they take a piece of pussy and then turn it around to where you have to apologize, say, forgive me, you're being insensitive because you are uninformed? Anybody in my class knows that, brother, you don't got nothing to apologize for. Especially if you knew how they think about their pussy way less than how we uplift the pussy. If you knew how these bitches treated their pussy, it'll make your fucking head turn. And we gonna get into that. But I just wanted to showcase this point where y'all know I hate that shit. Bitch, don't you ever talk to my niggas like, we don't know no pussy. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because what do we often say over here? Once you learn the pussy, you'll realize, oh, this has a lot of effects on the mind. The bitch only got 2 superpowers, a mind which we cannot read, and a pussy which we can read all day and night. And we realize, oh, the pussy plays an effect on your mind. Now, he's close on it, but they're not willing to give him the credit because they know he's uninformed. They could never come over here and talk that shit to us. And we would never be like, forgive me. Insensitive about what?
Downplay it. So I guess I'm being insensitive, right? Hold on. I'm being insensitive. I'm a guy. Forgive me, women.
Yo, bro. Did we talking about pussy? I just want to make sure that you got that point established. We're talking about pussy, and that's what make a man say, yo, I'm a guy, forgive me. Whatever. Let's go.
Downplay it. So I guess I'm being insensitive, right? Hold on. I'm being insensitive. I'm a guy. Forgive me, women. I'm a dude. Okay, I don't have none of that stuff going on. So
see that? And women bank on that. They bank on your forgiveness for that, for not being informed. They bank on it, son. So that means they're willing to have conversations with you all the way up until you don't know shit anymore. And they're happy with you saying, forgive me, because you don't know shit. But you don't hear me, though.
Let me ask you this question. Why is it I never hear about women going through depression, stress, drama when they go down to Planned Parenthood?
Great point. Great point.
Stress, drama when they go down to Planned Parenthood.
I can't speak for that because I've never done that. I've never done that, but I've went through postpartum when I was hospitalized.
Well, let me help you, man. They do go through it. They hide it, man. But most importantly, ain't no man there to put all that bullshit on. You must understand, when a woman can't use her pussy to emotionally, resourcefully, and financially fleece somebody, they will, hold it up in public and then cry at night. Okay? That's what they do. They are fucking deceivers. I'm only saying it in this regard to where in this conversation, they're happy that he don't know shit.
Like I was back and forth to the hospital and it was like, there's no infection, there's nothing wrong with her. I had a nurse come sit on the end of my bed and give me a teaspoon of apple juice every 5 minutes so I wouldn't be hydrated. They don't know what the fuck is going on.
I guess she's talking to him.
I don't know. wasn't in pain.
No, because I'm in a.
Feel like I was in pain, but I really couldn't eat. I was throwing everything up. My grandmother kept
I can't hear it. I can't hear it.
Makes sense. That's what's happening. Every time some issues is going on that was probably caused by the doctor, they telling y'all it's probably postpartum.
See that? See that, Kings? Almost so close, right? So close from everything we teach over here. So close. Yeah, doctors do play a role. Yeah. But he's drawing from his woman. She's going to always try to make it nice. I'm the only one that's going to talk that sinister shit that brothers could identify with. And the sinister point in this conversation is, hey, he's uninformed and they're playing with him. But nobody can see it except niggas that study over here. Nobody can see it.
Every time some issues is going on that was probably caused by the doctor, they telling y'all it's probably postpartum. That's what it is. Uh-huh.
I literally had a nurse come to the house and they was sick of seeing me in the hospital. Like, there's no infection.
If this man knew anything that we knew, he would be dangerous. But he would also lose those females. But yo, he would be dangerous.
There's no more lab tests that we can run. Like, this has got to be what it is.
You know what?
Like, I don't know. I can't answer the Planned Parenthood thing because I've never done that.
Look, all this conversation that we can't hear, well, maybe y'all can, but I can't hear it. All of this conversation where it symbolizes he don't know. He don't know shit. Well, he close, but he don't know all the things that we know about this pussy and the women that carry it, especially in our community, but it's all of them.
You know what? You know what? Fellas, we need some kind of representation, bro.
I didn't hear this part. So hold on. He might be talking about us, guys. Hold on. I didn't hear this part because it's true. You need some representation. What is the representation? The Pussycat Facts Report. Are you kidding me? Comprehensive game plan. Weaponry. But do you hear where I'm going with this? Everybody that understands this class over here, you understand, he's out of all the knowledge that these guys spit, he still needs representation. Brother, you need to watch my fucking channel and understand where you guys are lacking at when it comes to this pussy conversation. Fuck everything else.
We need to start coming up with illnesses. Like, for real.
You act like I wanted.
I didn't say that. I did not say.
See, now him and his wife is going at it. And in my opinion, because he sensed that he's uninformed and women can tell him anything regarding this. And it's true. He feels it inside. Yo, I don't really know what's going on. I'm taking these bitches' word. I'm not calling his wife a bitch, but he's taking women's word for it. Where he like, I need to look into this. You know what I mean? But hey, bro, all the information's over here.
Say
I
that.
didn't want that. Like, I didn't feel like I was.
I didn't.
Feel like
I didn't say that. I did not say that. How do I know? How do I know? Look. Okay, first of all, here's the thing, okay? Based on science, doctors still do not completely understand.
That's fucked up. They did us dirty because I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because that's tapping on our information. Once they start, listen. See, I try to teach you guys every freaking day. We are the ones with the knowledge, son. Even your biggest content creators don't know what we know. He's still in a fog, close, but so far away, where we can demonstrate, show you the practices, everything dealing with this shit, man. He's still talking about, yo, there is no real study. Yes, there is.
Based on science, doctors still do not completely understand the female uterus.
That's a goddamn lie. See that? Class, I teach you this shit every freaking day. Don't ever let nobody tell you no shit like that. But you know me, this is the conversations that I wish brothers would start having. You see what I'm saying? These are the things where women know they still beat you. You see? And you look at your homie. Look at your homie, Angry Man. He's in a fog and he's trying to say, yo, doctor, bro, I understand. Because he's sensing that, yo, he's not really being informed on the situation. And he knows he don't know. We know over here.
Exactly. But that's why whenever y'all start having certain issues or whatever, they answers usually hysterectomy. Let's just pull out what's in there and get rid of it, right? So how do we not know that there's some flaw in the procedure?
See that? That's what you call an uninformed man. You hear me? He's still talking about a flaw in the deletion procedure. And like I say, these brothers are close, man. You know, but understand who you're talking to. You're talking to this class over here. We are the professionals. Can't nobody tell us that we're not, son. You can really, like, this man don't want to talk this shit. Well, maybe he do, if he had the knowledge that you guys had, but he don't want to act like he's talking more than what you know, because what happens when you start talking like this to men, they would think you're just making shit up. Not all of the hours you done put in. Not talking about no doctors, talking about the women with the pussy on them. You have covered everything.
When they're giving birth, right? Just stick with me, y'all. Stay with me. When they're delivering a baby, how do we know that there isn't something wrong that they do when that 10 to 15% of women, they did something wrong and that caused that chemical reaction to make you feel that way?
There you have it, man. But they're talking about postpartum and stuff like that. We know the rabbit hole is way deeper than that, so we'll stay surface level. Let's go. Nigga drawing his knowledge from women. That ain't gonna get it right. You need to know the real truth, son.
I was experiencing childbirth. Like when they was telling me to push, they was cutting me at the same time, but didn't numb me.
Oh my God. Oh.
I felt it.
Oh.
Whatever. Like y'all don't go through the shit that we go through. Get yourself together.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what she told him, but it don't sound good. Might be.
Oh my God! Why? Stop! No.
If you can watch The Walking Dead, you can listen to that.
Like I said, maybe she's telling him some real shit, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I always say to you guys, I don't want to gross you out, and that's a lot of the problem with trying to, teach this type of stuff. It will gross men out, but I have done it in a good way where it doesn't sound so scientific. I brought it to you with the good looking women. You understand where I try my best.
But you can watch somebody eat somebody on The Walking Dead.
That's different. Please don't talk about cutting and C-sections and
I didn't have a C-section.
Please don't.
So then that's a good. I like that because I know that already. I always say I don't want to gross you guys out. And when dealing with the Pussycat Fact report, it could gross men out. And a man rather not know. You understand? I mean, listen, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, man. I done been through it, man. Come on, man.
No. I made the horrible mistake when Michael was born. I made the horrible mistake. I'm not even going to talk about cutting no hole for me to push nothing. I'm good with my bits and pieces.
I told you that.
Oh my God.
Men don't want to go down this rabbit hole, son.
Blaming you, Ari. You started it.
And that's just the story. They don't want to go down this rabbit hole. Most men don't.
Women in rice paddies would have babies, and the baby would come out and get up and start picking rice with them. So
all right. So I made that point for you guys. Now let's go. Since they want to talk about postpartum and deletions and all this other stuff. And I'm gonna try to help these brothers out, man, to show you what women really think about their own pussy. Like, we gotta stop this.
Honestly, if I'm being honest, I fucking love abortion. You know what? I think anybody that wants an abortion means it's a needed abortion. If somebody doesn't want to try.
So when you start talking about postpartum and abortion, it's only when you can burden a fucking man. And I don't know how niggas don't understand that game, because you're not informed about the bitches and through and through. Let's go.
If I'm being honest, I fucking love abortion. You know what? I think anybody that wants an abortion means it's a needed abortion. If somebody doesn't want a child, they shouldn't be forced to have one. Like, I think it's very simple common sense. If I went on here and I said, I hate dogs, nobody on this app would be like, okay, go get a dog. Like, go adopt a dog right now. Because common sense is I probably wouldn't feed that dog. I would probably hit that dog. I'd probably neglect that dog. I'd probably give that dog away. Like, that dog will probably not live a good life. So I don't know why people give more empathy to animals than actual human children. Any wanted abortion is a needed abortion. You know what? I fucking love abortion. I think more people should get abortions, actually. And you know what? If the statistics rise of 1,000,000, 100,000, billion abortions per year, if it gets fucking legalized, you know what? That means it's a W in my eyes. It means, hey, smarter decisions and not putting children in systems that they don't deserve to be in. I'm sorry, fuck that little mucus booger thing in the uterus. That is a parasite, bro. You could not pay me to care about that little gusher in the uterus. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, that thing is congestion. It is glorified discharge. And you cannot force to put someone through the traumatic experience of childbirth, because, reminder, hey, you can actually die during that and have permanent body consequences. You can lose teeth because of pregnancy. Your bones can deteriorate. Like, there are so many more consequences to pregnancy other than financial. You know, I haven't even touched on that yet. Financial things that, like, yeah, actually, if someone doesn't want to go through that, that seems like kind of torture on the body if it's not consensual. I don't think abortion should be technically glorified by any means, but it also shouldn't be shamed or stigmatized. I think it's just an option that's there for people if they need it, and it's just on a playing field. It's just something that exists. No, like, I genuinely think more people should get abortions. Like, yeah, safe sex is important, absolutely. But for people that make accidents, or they can't afford to financially support a child right now, or can't physically afford to support a child right now because their body doesn't let them, and they're going through severe consequences, like someone who's underage, for example, or someone that has a disability, or someone whose fetus isn't viable in their body, yeah, fucking go ahead and get that abortion.
So, when you start talking about, when you start hearing the carrier of the pussy, and you start saying, yo, forgive me, women, forgive me, brother, you're forgiving a fucking sinister person. You are forgiving sinisters. Like, yo, bro, you don't forgive these people, man. Come on, man. Shit is wild. They fucking playing on your intelligence. And then they know they can gross you out. Don't make no fucking sense, man. They fucking treat deleting babies like a fucking popcorn machine. Don't make no sense, man. And then they try to act sad about it.
Thank you for this question. I don't have no guilt doing that termination. I'm just being honest. Was I a little sad after? Yes, but the reality was that I was living with my mom. I was in college. I was working part-time, right? I would have to take care of this child. I would have to be able to take care of this child, regardless of what her dad would have done. For me, how I've always seen it, if I cannot take care of that child on my own, I would be very selfish to make that child come into this world and suffer. Again, everybody is different. I did the most appropriate thing for me. because I didn't want to struggle with a child. That's just me. Everybody, different people that say, I have conversation with friends that be like, oh, well, God not provide for me. The only way I'm gonna say gotta provide if I had made the smart decision of making sure that I'm putting myself in a good position to take care of a child. Because I wasn't gonna have no child and end up being miserable in time of broke, no money, nobody for watch the baby. I wasn't going to do that to myself. So did I get a little sad for like a week or so? Yes. But
there you have it. Did I get sad for a week or so? Yeah. That's why I put on the Pussycat Facts report. Do you think deletions and all that affect women's mental health? Like the Pussycat Facts report is solid gold. We all know that. And the hopes of this video is so that the brothers can realize Angry Man sitting up there apologizing for knowing that women's hormones get imbalanced and they're trying to correct him and all this wild shit, all because he don't know nothing about the pussy in a real way because it will gross him out. So that means for him to continuously lose in this real war versus eggplant in box, it gets too gross for you to win this war. That's all I'm trying to say. And I know it already. I know. Why you think we ain't got no subscribers? Because this war is serious. Niggas don't want to play with this. You know? Hold on, y'all. Shit is crazy.
I totally forgot to ask for your opinion when I was 16 and I got pregnant. Like, I should have came to you first. You're right. And then I wouldn't be in such a shitty situation 8 years later. Happily raising my 8-year-old son who's thriving in life.
Oh, they wanted her to get a abortion.
It's January 13th. This will be my third test I take. So that should tell you enough right there. And I'm going to do my best not to cry today. Now is the moment of truth. And third time's the charm. It's March 6th. Some people may not understand why I'm sad about this when I'm the one that wanted to terminate this. This is another part of grieving. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but even when you terminate it, that pregnancy hormone can stay in your body for weeks. So this is the first test I've taken where it says I'm negative. I should be jumping for joy, but it's January 13th.
You know what it is, man. You know what it is. I don't appreciate women trying to come at the angry man. They got to sit there and try to school him. Nah. You women are doing stuff with this box that don't make no damn sense. Oh, hold on. I did see another one. Hold on. Oh, man, bro. Bro. These are some wicked people, man. Let me tell you.
Have an abortion with me. I was really torn about whether or not I was going to make this video, but I think it's important. This is the video I was looking for. I was like, what's going to go on? But I'm making that video for anyone else who needs to know what's going to go on. I decided to have the pill abortion. There's a couple of reasons for that. One of my first baby, I had to do the whole ultrasound process. That really did not bang with me. I goes to the second appointment. So I have this baby. I could not have another baby. So I decided to go with the pill option this time. A first pill that you take, it's just going to be pretty tame.
Brother, the way they deal with stuff involving this box will they discard these babies. They do it all, son.
Bro, everything is not okay.
Like, times like this, I just think like maybe I made the wrong decision. Like, I don't know, like, but then it just be like, I made the decision. Let me calm down. I don't feel like I ruined anybody's life, or I ruined my life, or I ruined my child's life by even bringing my child in the world to something that I know that was like not healthy for them, because the fucking situation not healthy for me. So it's like,
So, you know, what I'm trying to illustrate in practice is, look, pussy don't make these people happy. We talk about women here. Pussy don't make them happy. They throw that shit around you. Bro, y'all niggas. Bro, hold on. Better hope I can't find this shit. These people are sick, bro. Oh, here it is.
Didn't have a miscarriage. I had an abortion. And I didn't tell him. I had slept with him and another guy in the same night. So I wouldn't have known who it was. I'm sorry.
See that? Laughing. It's a joke, son. Bro, they could care less about their pussy, but they want to hold Angry Man to the fire. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about with this pussy. Damn, neither do you. Try to come at me with, like, a pussy is a good thing, because, bitch, you don't do shit right by your pussy. Nothing.
I didn't have a miscarriage. I had an abortion. And I didn't tell him. I had slept with him and another guy in the same.
I had an abortion and I didn't tell him. Come on, man.
Didn't have a miscarriage. I had an abortion.
Told the nigga she had a miscarriage. Told the nigga she had a miscarriage.
Didn't have a miscarriage. I had an abortion. And I didn't tell him. I had slept with him and another guy in the same night. So I
slept with him and another guy in the same night, and she thinks it's funny. But like I say, they will hold, and we're going to go back to the Angry Man stuff where he's apologizing. For that pussy? Hell no.
Didn't have a miscarriage. I had an abortion. And I didn't tell him. I had slept with him and another guy in the same night. So I wouldn't have known who it was. I'm sorry. So I wouldn't have known whose baby it was. So, I mean, like, I'm sorry. I'm not the only girl who's gone through this. Like,
and what do bitches do? Rat. She's a fucking rat. I'm not the only girl that going through this. It's a rat. But also telling the truth. That's what rats do.
Have known whose baby it was. So, I mean, like, I'm sorry. I'm not the only girl who's gone through this. Like, it happens, you know. I'm a lot of things. Yeah, I slept with him and another guy in the same night, so I didn't know whose it was. And I just started dating him, and I actually really liked him at first. So I didn't want to I didn't want to like scare him off. Yeah. Like, imagine you start dating a guy, you really like him, he fucking gets you pregnant. Okay, that's not the worst news to tell him. But imagine you don't know whose it is because you slept with him and another guy in the same night. That's what I was scared of. That's why I didn't tell him.
So you're dealing with people who has no honesty in regard to their pussy. Health-wise, who gives a fuck about your body count? Go tell that man you fuck somebody else, but I do want to continue to make love to you. That's not the case. She want more out of him. It's all bullshit. So no, Angry Man should not have to apologize for talking about women's fucked up ways, fucked up hormones, fucked up pussy. He should not have to draw information from no damn woman. I don't care, wife or whatever. People are sick, son.
Now, mind you, like I said, I don't know this girl from the can of paint. Okay, if I seen her in the police lineup, I wouldn't be able to tell her apart from any of the other people.
But anyway, they do fake pregnancies, fake miscarriages. And my whole thing was I had got a little upset the way they did Angry Man, the shit was funny as hell. They had that nigga, yo, forgive me, I don't know nothing.
Why is it I never hear about women going through depression, stress, drama when they go down to Planned Parenthood?
Oh shit, I ain't see none of these comments, son. I ain't see none of the comments, dog. Sorry about that, fam. This is why I never treat pussy like a gift or a treat. I treat it like how they treat it. You damn right. I ain't see you guys, man. Sorry about that. King Disagreeable, Keelan, and that nigga. I ain't see you guys. My fault, man. I thought I was just cooking. I ain't know I had nobody watching. I was just going off. They have no integrity. Bro, we just present the information over here. If he is apologizing, it is because he has a woman. Or yes, he will have to, you know, if he talk the shit we talk, he's losing that woman audience. Watch this.
I've never done that. But I went through postpartum when I was hospitalized twice. Like there's nothing wrong with her. I had a nurse every 5 minutes I wouldn't dehydrate. They don't know what the fuck was going on. The grandma was like, all we can say is
Oh, I know. Now So that's what now I know. Now it makes sense. That's what's happening. Every time some issues is going on that was probably caused by the doctor, they telling y'all it's probably postpartum. That's what it is. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I literally had a nurse come to the house because they were sick of seeing me in the hospital. Like, there's no infection. There's no more lab tests that we can run. Like, this has got to be what it is. Because I've never.
We need some kind of representation, bro.
Hold on.
The moment it doesn't start going through hormonal changes. Y'all do know that I'm a Gen Xer, right? You do know that in school they made.
Yo, King. Yo, that nigga, word up. Thank you. I knew it was you, King. I knew it was you because, you know, I don't get no shit like that. So I don't even got my phone around. You understand? I'm just over here on the internet. I saw that shit like this morning. I was like, it had to be that nigga. You know what I mean? So thank you, brother. I appreciate that. But I was sitting there saying to myself, because I went and got some blood drawn this morning, you know, went to the doctor or whatever. And I said, what the hell? I said, had to be that nigga, man. You know what I mean? But I don't even look at my phone when I'm doing this shit. I'm not somebody that gets anything like that. So I don't even look. But my fault. One love, King. But let's Angry Man is apologizing for knowing a little bit about women. And this is the stuff that I always tell y'all. They are lashing out at him.
Xer, right? You do know that in school they made us take family life, right? Y'all do know that I know the process a woman goes through when she gets pregnant. Y'all do know I know that, right? Said immediately how we get morning sickness. Facts. Facts. So you expect me to believe that just the process of giving birth to a child is going to put most women in a state of depression. But someone going up inside of you and doing all of this and pulling something out, that's not going to have no strain on you? Let me ask you a question.
Okay, so he's close. He knows what he's talking about as far as these women with the hormonal changes and things happening to their body. What does he immediately do that you guys would never do over here? He goes to get his education from his woman, which is good. She's on his team. But it's impossible for her to educate him the way that we will, because they don't understand the practices that this shit is. And she's not telling him, yo, that woman pussy been fucked up. I'm Gen X as well, and I was raised by a single mother, which means I was in arrested development until my 30s. But you also had health class. You see?
You a woman. Let me ask you a question.
You're a woman. Let me ask you a question. So at that point, he's going to a woman to find out about box. That is how men have been losing for eons and will continue unless he does what we do and understand this box through and through. But he'll lose this because he'll lose those women because we hit low over here. They'll never come over here and try to put us in our place. Having, oh, you don't know what you're talking about the vagina. Okay.
So I'm reading here where it says only 10 to 15% of women go through postpartum. Only problem is every single woman on the internet now talks as if every woman goes through it.
Now, why? Why, angry man? Because the only way they go through postpartum is when they have a man to burden that with. That doesn't count for all the women that's doing IVF by themselves and doing studs doing self-insemination. They don't get postpartum. You don't hear it from them. Same way you don't hear it from them when they go down to Planned Parenthood. We just showed you that. They're sad for a moment, if that, and they keep it pushing because there's a greater factor, which is themselves. And they come up with excuses like, I'm not going to birth a child into this evil world. Bitch, why don't you leave the evil world then? So they're always going to have you men in the fog if you don't pay attention to what we're doing. Sorry.
Every woman, right? So my question is this. And one of my subscribers, Ari Nicole.
One of his subscribers, Ari Nicole, who is a female, who is trying to G-check him. Let's go.
Who's been rocking with me forever. She's saying that I shouldn't downplay it. So I guess I'm being insensitive, right?
He shouldn't downplay postpartum. First of all, Ari Nicole, these bitches ain't even having no babies unless it's a man to fleece or it's a stud or it's an IVF. The traditional baby making, I would say, is at 25%. Let's go.
Hold on. I'm being insensitive. I'm a guy.
Now, that's what had pissed me off. When I was watching this video, this is the part that pissed me off. So let me play it.
Who's been rocking with me forever. She's saying that I shouldn't downplay it. So I guess I'm being insensitive, right? Hold on. I'm being insensitive. I'm a guy. Forgive me. Forgive me, women. I'm a dude.
What do I teach you niggas? Don't you ever say, forgive me, women, I'm a dude. I don't know everything about pussy. No, I don't want none of my niggas ever going through no shit like this. Listen, as all the bullshit these niggas talk, so this one situation, you can't boss talk now. I don't want that for none of my niggas.
Guess I'm being insensitive, right? Hold on. I'm being insensitive. I'm a guy. Forgive me.
As a guy, you supposed to automatically not know shit so the woman can beat you at this. No, she can't. Don't ever say that. I'm a guy. I don't know.
She's saying that I shouldn't downplay it. So I guess I'm being insensitive, right? Hold on. I'm being insensitive. I'm a guy. Forgive me. Forgive me, women. I'm a dude. Okay, I don't have none of that stuff going on. So let me ask you this question.
I don't have none of that stuff going on. So let me defer my knowledge to a woman. I don't teach that. I don't teach that from my brother. So this was a great teachable moment. It's everything that I told you guys. Men don't really know. I try to tell you guys that every day. Men don't really know nothing. And then they damn sure don't know the practice. A dude is a hair on an elephant's ass in the first place, so he's making himself one by apologizing. I agree, because I would say that's the only real argument where women know that my brothers are not informed. That's the only one. I'm telling y'all something. That's why we are so powerful, at least to us. We know what we're doing. We know everything we talk about is what they can't talk about. Not that they don't, well, it's a gross, and then they don't want to lose the women and all this other stuff. And they damn sure don't want to win.
Why is it I never hear about women going through depression, stress, drama when they go down to Planned Parenthood?
Great point. Great point. Great point. So his wife is telling him something.
That's what, oh, now I know. Now it makes sense. That's what's happening. Every time some issues is going on that was probably caused by the doctor, they telling y'all it's probably postpartum.
See that? The man don't know what he talking about. My class, Key, that nigga, all my niggas over here, they know he don't know what he talking about. They know it. They know he don't know what he talking about. Even though it's close, the doctors do play a role, but it's way more funkier than that.
Probably caused by the doctor, they telling y'all it's probably postpartum. That's what it.
I did this video for you niggas, Key. That nigga can't disagree with me. He already know what it is. But I do this for you niggas, man, to let y'all know. The brothers that we watch, hey, it's not our fault that they don't have the information that we have. That makes us of value. We're bringing something to the table no one else has, brother. So damn sure feel good.
Every time some issues is going on that was probably caused by the doctor.
My brothers can elaborate way further than that. You heard what Key said? Because they don't care nothing about themselves. He don't know that. See, he don't know that. Had he went down, if he ever sees this video, and if he ever goes down this rabbit hole, he will have a wealth of knowledge.
They telling y'all it's probably postpartum. That's what it is. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You know what?
I don't know. I can't answer the
He's drawing knowledge from his wife. Maybe she worked in the medical field or whatever, but she'll never tell him what we're telling him.
You know what? You know what? Fellas, we need some kind of representation, bro. We need to start coming up with illnesses. Like for real. You act like I didn't say that. I did not say that.
See? Maybe his wife is telling him about the illnesses or whatever. But then worry about what other women think, which is crazy. Yo, it is crazy. You see what's happening here. He's starting to tap into something that he don't know about, and his wife's starting to argue. Look, listen, we couldn't hear her talk. Now she getting loud.
We need some kind of representation, bro.
Why did he say we need some type of representation? He can't believe his wife 100%. It's impossible. And a lot of these guys, they go on facts and statistics. I'm glad I thought of that. A lot of these guys go on facts and statistics. The shit we talking about, they are not counting stats and statistics on. We are ahead of the curve. They are not counting the shit that we talk about. But these brothers run on stats and, all that bullshit. No, we are ahead of the stats. It's not a study on the shit that we are dealing with over here. We are way ahead of it. Now, he's saying he want representation because he know his wife is not, he feels like she's not telling him a whole bunch of everything he needs to know. But let's go. She gonna yell.
We need some kind of representation, bro. We need to start coming up with illnesses. Like for real. You act like I
You hear that? You hear that? Only the Pussycat Facts report and talking about box can draw that raw emotion out of women, son. Trust me.
Kind of representation, bro. We need to start coming up with illnesses. Like for real. You act like I didn't say that. I did not say that.
I didn't feel like I was.
See that? You start talking about the box, bitches start talking it, and it makes men smile like, right, we healthy. We just got eggplant. We ain't got all that. You know, it's the camaraderie that the Pussycat Facts Report can bring. But anyway, it was caused by that birth control that they started taking. Like, you can go so further into the conversation than what they're allowing him to do, which is to stay in his ignorance, which is meaning don't know. You understand? So he gets to stay where he don't know. He's stuck there. That nigga can go all the way down the line. Now, it started when they was on that birth control. They started taking it when they was 12 years old to suppress their cycle, blah, blah, blah. Just a wealth of knowledge. Come on, man. So that's why I did this video, homie, so that you can see how you're smarter. See what we're doing over here versus how women will still treat men that don't know what we know, how they'll have them in this fog. Nah, we don't go for that. Because that's the only secret they got left. That's all they got left, son, is this pussy. And if we ever could get to that line of, yo, we know what you did last summer. And we know that she'll never keep it 100 about herself.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. How do I know? How do I know? Look, okay, first of all, here's the thing, okay? Based on science,
we are the only channel that could get into this portion of his live stream and really understand what's really going on, further than even what they're talking about. How his girls not keeping it 100, how the people in the comment section make sure that he's in the fog from a woman's standpoint, how the men in the comment section can't come to his aid because they don't know shit either. This is everything we talk about. From the guys, I tell you, you watch these panels and you're coming up short.
Doctors still do not completely understand the female uterus.
That nigga, you do though. All my class members know. So how you do? What you mean the doctors don't know? Yes, they do. Because my brothers know. But I understand where he's going with this. He's tapping in on something that the women don't want him to learn. I promise you.
Based on science, doctors still do not completely understand the female uterus.
Well, let me tell you who understands the female uterus. A brother called Dat Nega. And let me tell you what happens to the female uterus. They start taking birth control when they were 12. And they do it to suppress their cycle because they're not real women. They criticize transgenders every day for not being a woman because they can't have a period. And they suppress their period and don't even go into young adult life with their body morphing naturally. Naturally. That causes a bad effect on the uterus, the lining of the uterus, and the spaces around the uterus, which is 3 different illnesses. Contributing factors, diet, lifestyle, everything you know already. Fucking tell me doctors don't know. Everybody know. What you don't know is that the black woman is mistreating her pussy. And she's a fucking medical guinea pig. From fucking oxycodone to birth control to implants to antidepressants to alcohol to everything you could fucking name. And they fucking talking to you like you are uninformed, like they holier than thou. Fuck no.
That's why they say they practice.
Exactly. But that's still do not completely understand. Based on science, doctors.
I take pride in all my niggas knowing that his conversation can only go but so far. Hey, yo, son, I take pride in my niggas knowing that, ooh, the angry man, nigga, your conversation can only go but so far when dealing with these bitches. My class can go further. I take pride in that. And I know a lot of people think I'm doing it for nothing and I don't get any cash apps and all that and we don't get 1,000 subscribers. But guess what? My niggas know that what Angry Man is saying is limited. They know it already. They know that he can't go where they can go. That means my job is done. I'm doing right.
still do not complete.
That man, he's going to the doctors. That's a fog. That is a mystery what you're talking, and your wife will sit there and let you be in that fog.
Understand the female uterus.
That's why they say they practice medicine.
Exactly. But that's why whenever y'all start having certain issues or whatever, they answers usually hysterectomy. Let's get just pull out what's in there and get rid of it, right?
Nice. I like that. Good job, Angry Man. I like that. I like that. That's close. That's close. I like where you're leaning. I don't advise you staying here, but it is. You ain't really trying to help these brothers, so it is what it is.
So how?
And yesterday, I learned that C-sections affect the microbiome, which is directly affected on the uterus. I mean, brother, you know how smart you are, with or without me just, head and do your own research and see stuff in your everyday. Come on, man. And that's why we always say, brother, you're not talking about helping men with women. All this shit, you basically doing church every day, saying the same shit over and over with some different stories. But I like where you going, AM.
Hysterectomy. Let's get just pull out what's in.
I like that. The first time I ever heard any of these niggas talk about a hysterectomy. So I like it.
Choose or whatever. They answers usually hysterectomy. Let's get just pull out what's in there and get rid of it, right? So how do we not know that there's some flaw in the procedure when they're giving birth, right? Just stick with me, y'all. Stay with me. When they're delivering a baby, how do we know that there isn't something wrong that they do when that 10 to 15% of women, they did something wrong and that caused that chemical reaction to make you feel that way?
That's decent. That's decent. Get a nigga some credit. Get a nigga some credit. Like I say, we know it starts so much longer. It starts way before that. It starts so far before that, it'll make your head turn. You have no idea when they finally get you as a successful man. They come off of the birth control. What has it done to their body? Whew, make your head turn. Now they're willing to let you impregnate them. This is way before all this postpartum shit, son. First of all, they was destined to have postpartum if you a man that stuck around. Okay? Once they're doing it on their own, they make a fucking way. All right? And the only reason he's giving these women these credit is because it's a health thing. You see what I'm saying? And he don't know that women contribute to it. That's all this is. Or he wouldn't give him an ounce of credit. His girl's talking to him or whatever.
Oh my God! Why? Stop! No.
If you can watch The Walking Dead, you can listen to that.
So that's one of the other things that happened on this live stream. The girl started saying some stuff to him about the box, and he got grossed out. And it will gross you out sometimes when you're dealing with the box. Only way you're gonna get to the bottom of it, though. So yeah, that's what happened, guys. That's what happened. It was a little bit of, we get to see how when certain conversations come up, women are happy that men are not informed to really talk that talk. Whether it's a nice way, polite way, disrespectful way, regardless, you are informed. And that was a great example, guys. That's what I saw. I was like, oh, they play on that shit, man. Oh, you don't know what happens with a woman. Oh, how you gonna tell me you ain't no woman? Right. You ain't no doctor. And that's what they'll play you like you're stupid, dog. And then really with all the forced vaccinations and everything, it might be literally right. Start when the babies were born, because you don't really know what their mother been through. That's true. They definitely sullied our breeding. Come on, that nigga. Come on. We talking about a good-looking woman that messed around, went and had a blood transfusion, got with your ass, and let you knock up. You don't even know the bitch got 2 bloods in her body. Like, this rabbit hole is way further than what Angry Man could ever imagine. You hear me? You knocking a bitch up with 2 bloods in her body. Y'all niggas, man. Look, we're gonna do a few shows today. I just wanted to get this work out here, because it's like fucking 90 degrees out here, B. I'm not going out there. So we're gonna do some shows. And like I say, we did this where we hope that, bigger channels can understand what we're doing over here. And clearly, look, just one more time, man.
Everything that comes after a woman gives birth, postpartum depression. Why is it I never hear women talking about any type of mental stress, mental strain, or hormonal imbalances after they go down to Planned Parenthood and get rid of the child?
Good point. Now
Krista said a deletion doesn't go full term.
So the women hit them up. You don't know what you're talking about. She said a deletion doesn't go full term. That's why we get the postpartum. And this is how they strike you guys when you start trying to talk about this box that they fucked up.
Krista said a deletion doesn't go full term. Y'all hear that? She said a deletion doesn't go full term. So what you're telling me is that your body doesn't go through hormonal changes the moment you become pregnant. The moment you become pregnant, your body doesn't start going through hormonal changes. Y'all do know that I'm a Gen Xer, right? You do know that in school, they made us take family life, right? Y'all do know that I know the process a woman goes through when she gets pregnant. Y'all do know I know that, right?
Now, what you're seeing here is how women are shooting back at him, where they're like, don't you ever talk about no pussy. And he got to stand on business. But ma'am, I do know a little something about some pussy. Let's go.
Y'all do know I know this, right?
Because they'll try to make you seem like you just so stupid. The woman's body is such a fucking mystery. It's crazy. You know what? You know what? You know what? I'm going to do a teaser just for my homie that's here. I'm going to do a teaser because it all makes sense, man. All makes sense, man. I'm going to do a teaser, dog.
With the help of Zero accounting software, I've got the right information at my fingertips.
We're going to go after these guys today, man. Fuck it. Because women can play with you niggas all day and night and you just don't give a fuck. Shit is wild. And they do the shit blatantly. They try to make you believe pussy is greater than you.
Of being a father, or then you knew, you know what? Qualities of the women.
The men that used to date them back in this free love era of the 60s when she was coming of age.
Out on a date, they expected him to show up and be able to pay.
Here we go. Listen to this bitch.
30% is because the 70% I want to see flowers.
This is a teaser for the next show.
Today, it was a higher marriage rate, right? That's what the parents expected of that man to do. When he wanted to take her out on a date, they expected him to show up and be able to pay for that date. They expected him to open the door. It was normal for a man to show up to take you on a first date with flowers. It was normal for you to expect the man to pay all your bills. It was normal. These were yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. There was nothing normal about paying somebody bills just from GT.
I'm saying like to not dating. No. I'm saying once you get into the marriage and into the whatever, like certain things were expected, right? I'm talking like broad spectrum. When people are talking about their expectations, when you are on that first date, if you hear something come out of that woman's mouth several times that doesn't align with what you're willing to do, instead of telling her, we'll lower it or change it, or that's why you're not married. If you know you can't do it, just walk away.
What time frame are you referring to when you talking about for a man to come in and provide?
Well, you get it. You get it. You get it, man. Bro, it's a book you need to recall the power. All right, I'm gonna look it up, man. Damn, because you we need to do a book as well, but I'm gonna do it because I'll take your reference, man. I respect all my box investigators. We do this. Are you kidding me? We do this, King. I'm gonna check it out. Shit is wow, man. When you hear these women talk to these guys on these panels, right? They still believe that the pussy is greater. And we're never going to get anywhere with this sort of dumb conversation with dumb bozo niggas up there just losing. The conversation is pure bullshit.
Why? Are you talking about the back in the days?
No.
You got a bowl full of strawberries, but 90% of them strawberries is moldy. You don't have much to choose from.
See that? See how they talk about you guys? Now I just pushed it anywhere. I didn't even know where I clicked it at. They get to come up here and talk to you niggas like shit. And these are rotten apples inside. Man, I don't know if we'll ever get to the bottom of this, guys. You know we're outnumbered, right? You know strength is in numbers, right? We are not, I guess, sensitive enough, even though we are the most sensitive. We are the ones that actually care about you more than your pussy, bitch. But I guess the way we say it is kind of fucked up. It is what it is, man. They just called you niggas a bowl of molded strawberries. Crazy work.
Full of strawberries, but 90% of them strawberries is moldy. You don't have much to choose from. Choose wrong. You choose something, but
carry it.
And a lot and some of those, let's think of some of those strawberries being moldy on the inside. So the outside looks real appetizing. But once you bite into it, that is when you find out that they moldy and bad. That is not choosing wrong. That is the outside looking good, but the inside being bad. But you have to get to the inside first.
There you have it. There you have it. I mean, I couldn't have said it any better. See, that's how they talk to you niggas. They talk from you to you niggas from the outside in, wanting to know your inner core and all this shit. But you don't even get the opportunity to discuss that with them. But we care about pussy, and you throwing pussy up there because you know we care about it, but we can't talk about it. And look at all my brothers up there. They got to have these dumb conversations because people, you know, no one can, how can I say this? We are ahead of this shit. Let's just put it like that. Bro, wait till me. learn this information because the market value of pussy is going to hit. Yeah, it's going to hit an all-time low. Yeah. And that's everything that the woman fear, King. You know that. They fear that. And it's a tough fight. You know? We know we need help with this fight, but what can we do? We can only do what we can do, brothers. And as long as we're doing that, I think we'll be all right. I'm trying to throw in some other niggas' names, thinking that we was gonna get some views or something. But yeah, don't worry, we got other shows to do. So this was a teaser for the other show. You know, we just get to see how women talk to you guys, and all these guys are successful. Every time you hear women talk, it's about men in a bad way.
And you cannot vet liars and manipulators. I really want us to understand that. We are not choosing wrong. We are choosing what your representative is. It is only until you drop that mask that we like, oh, gotta go. And then that's where the freedom is.
Ma'am, so the question would be, once you gotta go, did you pick better the next time? And where is he?
Can leave. Can leave once I find that out.
So your pussy is back active. And when do you, how many more dicks before you say, this the last dick I'm gonna have? Pause. Better than being a body full of fucking, yeah. Brother, once we listen to these regular people talk now, once we listen to these people talk, we like, you know what? This is wild. Talking about a woman that put a big ass tattoo on her body. Oh, well, she got a weird body formation. Because she did get up. She's not as big as she looks. She just top heavy, or she had a surgery or something. Alien shit. But it's the brothers, and I don't blame them. They are uninformed. They still believe pussy. I mean, we all believe pussy is precious, but if you knew how they carried it, you'd be like, hell no, I don't want you. Well, after you get the pussy and months go by, I always say get the pussy first. After time goes by, you know, you're like, well, damn, you got this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third. Damn, this pussy good. We can only go but so far here. What do you have to offer? Because you damn sure can't be monitoring what I'm doing. And I know what's the next thing for you. Go get some more dick. I get it. But she don't realize that's what she's saying. All she can do is go get more eggplant. That's all she could do. And that's what black women have been programmed to do, but it hadn't worked out. That's why they say, well, I'm making money though. That's all they got. Hey, yo, I saw the Diddy shit. Matter of fact, we're going to do that. I saw the Diddy shit. The Diddy shit where the bitch was like, nah, he paid my rent. Diddy gave me money. Ma'am, you're a whore. Anyway, I'll be back with the next stream.